Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to Mark Goldbridge, That's Football. We're back with the Champions League and it's a big one tonight. It's not normal that we're watching non-English teams with real anticipation, but this PSG versus Bayern Munich game is quite probably the best game of football I've seen in my... No, not now. I'm not going to build it up that much. It's not the best game of football I've seen in my life, but it was definitely the best game of last week's Champions League fixtures, and I've been looking forward to it as a fan of football ever since then. Absolutely superb. 3-2. Clinical finishing by the brilliance of Mbappe, giving PSG 3 away goals, and normally a 3-2 away win would be over. But I thought Bayern Munich was superb in that game. I just think that their inability in the final third and defensively cost them big time. So this game is amazing. I'm going to go with Bayern. I may be wrong. I think if PSG and Pochettino can pull this off, what a great performance that would be. But very excited about that. We've also got Chelsea versus Porto to keep an eye on as well. Of course, 2-0 to Chelsea from the first leg back at Stamford Bridge. Porto impressive, and again, a little bit like United on Thursday night. If they get one goal back, Porto, the game changes completely very, very quickly. But make sure you subscribe, smash a like on the video, everybody tuning in. Lots of people were tuning in last week, and we've got the other Champions League semi-final tomorrow night on this channel. Liverpool, Madrid and Dortmund City could be even better than tonight. Can they top Bayern PSG, which I think is going to be absolutely superb. Just to go through the team news in relation to those two teams, Navas in goal for PSG, Dagba, Danilo, Kimpembe, Diallo. Marquinhos obviously went off injured in the last game. Paredes and Gay as the midfield two, with Di Maria, Neymar, Draxler and Mbappe as the front four. Their bench is fantastic. Repeat of the Champions League final last year, of course. Verratti on the bench for PSG. Obviously, Herrera, Sarabia, Florenzini. Some fantastic players on the bench for them. And then Bayern Munich, Neuer, Pavard, Boateng, Hernandez and Davies. Quite interesting how he's switched his defence up here and brought Hernandez in centrally. Started him as a left-back last week, but Alphonso Davies comes in there. Kimmich and Alaba as the holding midfield too. So Alaba moves into the midfield with Sane, Muller, Coman and Choupo-Moting as the front striker in this. No Lewandowski, of course, no Gnabry. Their bench is a lot shorter. Not in height, but in relation to numbers. They've only got 7 players on their bench, and their bench isn't actually that strong for Bayern Munich. I mean, there's no real players that jump out of you as big names. So they're going to have to do it with what they're going for. It's going to be a difficult game for Bayern Munich, but look, I think that Bayern Munich are the only team that I think could genuinely stop Man City for definite. Not to say that Man City are going to win it, but it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this one works out. Mbappe versus Davies will be interesting, and I think we're going to see a very much similar game to last week, where Bayern Munich dominate the ball like we know they can do, and PSG just look to use that quality on the break. It's going to be hard for Bayern Munich. It's going to be hard for Bayern Munich this game, and I think that I've not seen a game like last week for a very long time. I really enjoyed it, and as I said, no English teams in it, just two very, very good European sides going head to head. And as I said, if Bayern Munich could defend and finish, I think that game could have finished 6-3. Or 6-0 to Bayern. They were that dominant on the ball. But can they repeat that? Pochettino's had a week to sort of prep for it now. And kick-off is at 8 o'clock. So we've got a little bit of time to sort of get going on this one. Let me just tell you the Chelsea team news, because I'm sure we will be. I've got both screens going to be on at the same time anyway, so we will have both games for you. Chelsea versus Porto, 2-0 from the first leg. Doesn't mean that it's over. Mendy, Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva and Rudiger. James and Chilwell as the sort of wing backs. Kante and Jorginho as the engine room, with Mount, Pulisic and Havertz. No Werner. Werner is on the bench with Ziyech, Hudson-Odoi, Giroud, Tammy Abraham, Alonso, Christensen, Caballero, Emerson. So there's no starting berth for any of their traditional strikers. As for Porto, well, look, I think they've got a very, very hard job on their hands, but I would expect Chelsea to come through that one quite comfortably. Hope you're doing well. Goldie, Sean Dyche impression. I've already done a Sean Dyche impression today at some point. I remember doing it in the United preview for the Thursday night game. So I think I'll keep it on the down low, considering I've got a couple of hours of streaming to go. Kovacic is carrying an injury, says CFC's time. Yeah, that was the player I was thinking of there that wasn't on the bench. Thanks for that. Football 322. As a PSG fan, I really want to go into the semi or win it. What's your opinion on Ferran Torres? Says Jason. Comme si comme ça. I don't speak much French, but I'd describe him as that. Little bit of a mixed season, but he looks like he will be a good player of the future. So thank you for that super chat, Jason. Thanks for that. Thoughts on City winning the treble? I hope not, Safe. I really hope not. But, they've got a very good chance at the moment. Difference between Mbappe and Choupo-Moting. I could write a book. Bayern will win comfortably tonight, 3-0. So remember this comment, says Darren Crampton. Look, I think Bayern Munich are a better team than PSG, but it doesn't mean... I think when you look at the bench, Bayern Munich can't even name as many subs as PSG can, so they've got a few players out at the moment. Bayern's high line is going to cost them, says John. Well, it cost them last week. I mean, Soulé and Boateng cost them, I think, 3 goals. So... neither of those are playing well, Boateng is playing, actually. Hernandez centrally, and Alaba moves into the midfield. Havertz has arrived to Samyak. I mean, I think Havertz would be... I always thought Havertz was going to be a good player. I predicted he'd be player of the year. That's not going to happen, but it won't surprise me. Who do you think is going to win, Abuk? I think Chelsea will win. I actually think Chelsea will win 2-0 again. And I think that Bayern Munich PSG could be anything. I mean, if the funny thing is, if Bayern Munich win 2-1, they still go out on goal difference. So it's a difficult job for Bayern Munich. It's a very difficult job for Bayern Munich because of the fact that not only did they lose the away leg, their own home leg, but it's... like I said, Bayern Munich could win this 2-1, which is a good result in Paris, and still go out. Gavin Blake says, KG just said, sell Martial and United stand. Well, it's up to everybody, isn't it, really, what they think. That's their own opinion. Hi, Mark. It's my birthday tomorrow, says Visak. Happy birthday. Away goals, not goal difference, says Ben Evson. Sorry, away goals, yes. If... Mark, who do you think Flick wants to manage Germany over... Why do you think he wants to manage Germany over Bayern? Because I think it's just different culturally, isn't it? I think managing your country is a big thing in certain countries. You would never... well, we haven't got many good English managers, actually. But imagine if Chelsea had been successful with Lampard and they offered him the England job, he would never take it. But it's different in other countries, like international management's a little bit different. If you could choose one player from each team playing tonight, who would it be? Oh, what a good question that was from Ulscarf. Get involved in the live comments on that one. If I could choose any player from PSG, it would obviously be Neymar or Mbappe, and I think I would take Mbappe because I think he would suit what United need more than Neymar, who is, I think, a better player. But thinking about what United need, I'd go with Mbappe. As for from Bayern Munich, Kimmich, it's very easy. I mean, I don't know how old Kimmich is now, but he is just exactly what you would want. I mean, Kavai says he'd take Neymar and Alaba. No, I think Kimmich is on a different level to anything, and he'd be absolutely perfect for what Manchester United need. I don't actually think Bayern's centre-backs are very good. I mean, I like Alaba, but Kimmich for me. So I'd take Mbappe and Kimmich, which is what McNally145 has just said. He's 28, so yeah, it'd be perfect. 26, apparently. So even better. You wouldn't take Verratti, Mark. I do like Verratti, but I think Kylian Mbappe is, going to be one of the best players in the world, so... But what a choice out of those two teams. There's so many good players. And I'm a big fan of Verratti. Yeah. Verratti always seems to be injured, though, doesn't he? I don't know what it is about Verratti. Every time I watch PSG in the Champions League, he very rarely plays. United have played him a few times, and he very rarely plays. He always seems to be injured. Marquinhos is underrated, yeah. Where would Tottenham be this season if we kept Pochettino, allowed him to refresh the squad? Best, worst, or hovering around the same position? Thanks. Says hey. Look, it's very, very difficult. I think that with Pochettino and Spurs, it was time to part ways. He just got in the Champions League and they were doing very, very badly. But if he could have turned the corner from that and he could have, had the backing, I think Pochettino would have probably been up there with United this season, because he was very good at sort of getting Spurs in and around the top four. So I think Pochettino would have had Spurs in a higher position. Mark, is it Grand Theft Auto today, mate? Says Eddie. Not tonight, mate. No, back tomorrow night. So after the Champions League watch along tomorrow, I'll do a couple of hours. But have you seen Mark on Grand Theft Auto? Yes. Check me out. Links in the video description for Twitch. Give us a follow. That's where I do all my GTA stuff. I was reading up about Resident Evil today. Resident Evil Village is out in less than a month, so I'll be doing that soon. Chelsea versus PSG final, says Andrew. I think if PSG win today, then they will win. And Man City win. It will be a Man City final. I think Man City will beat PSG. The only reason I say that is that I just think the way PSG play will suit Manchester City quite well. We've seen last week that PSG against the possession side, they like to sit back and soak up the pressure and hit on the break, which plays into Man City's hands. I think Man City against Bayern Munich would be a great game. Both possession-based teams. I'd love to see Man City against Bayern. Even though I want Dortmund to knock City out tomorrow, I would love to see Bayern against City. I think it'd be a cracking game. There's absolutely no way that that wouldn't be an exciting game. It would. Hey Mark, what's your favourite position in football? Glad it finished with that. Field flows. I'd committed. When you've committed yourself, it's like in life. Sometimes you've committed. You've jumped off the diving board. You've gone down a road. You've started a sentence, and I definitely started it there. Field flows. And as I started it, I was like, oh God, please don't be something else. And it was football. So what was your favourite position in football? I think CDM. I used to love playing CDM, really. But you've got to have the legs for it. My biggest problem in latter years has just been fitness and speed. I've lost the speed and I've lost the fitness, and that's the most frustrating thing as you get older. It's not the... Obviously, I think, your passing and everything does deteriorate as you get older. Of course it does. But the hardest thing is the fitness. That's the thing. The frustration that knowing, 15 years ago, I could run around with anybody and not being able to do it now is the hardest thing. Hypothetically, if Son and Kane left Spurs, where would they finish next season? Hypothetically, music and games, I haven't got a bloody clue because it depends who they replace them with. But you would expect them to be mid-table. Thoughts on the talks of having no transfer window for under-21 players going on loans? Do you like the idea for development? I don't know how they'd get away with that, TS98. How would you stop under-21s from transferring? Surely that's against the working rules. Where would we be? Where would we make out in these games at this stage of the season, says Connor Shields? Manchester United, are you talking about? That's the only interpretation I can take. So how would Manchester United do if they were in these situations now? I mean, look, United. The thing is very easy to say United would get battered, but when do United ever get battered? We don't really ever get battered. So, and we've beaten Man City a few weeks ago. So I think United, and they beat PSG before Christmas with Neymar and Mbappe. So look, I think Bayern Munich could give United the run around. I'm not so sure Porto would. I'm not so sure PSG would. Connor Shields has just confirmed that. Thank you very much. And Mark, we would get smashed by Bayern, says Marvin AM. Are you doing Madrid and Liverpool tomorrow? Yep, Cameron Duan. I have both games on. Both games on for the watch-alongs. In fact, that just reminds me. So please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner, and make sure you smash a like on the video. I need to just set this up. Last week it was a problem. This week it better bloody not be. Your software has been updated. Don't software schmoffsware. Not interested in that. I'm interested to know how far behind we're going to be. Spurs battered Man U, Ethan. Mate, you cannot go back to 6-1 in September when we've just wiped your arse on... We've wiped our arse with you literally 3 days ago. You can't... Spurs fans, I've always thought you've got something about you. Don't ruin yourselves now. Don't become Arsenal fans. We beat you at the weekend. You are miles away from us. We are way better than you. Don't talk about 6-1 when we had a man sent off and a dodgy referee. You deserve to win that game, that game, but you cannot live in the past. You can't... Spurs are better than that. You can't focus on one game. like miles ago. Come on, do yourself a little bit of, do yourself a favour. Everybody's going to laugh at you if you talk about 6-1 from the start of the season. I'm more than happy to lose. I'd lose that game 10-1 to be in the situation we're in now. 20-1, I'm not bothered. Man United lost twice to Liverpool one season and we won the league. Do I give a shit? No, I really don't. I'm amazed by people how they go on about one result like it matters. It's where you are at the end of the season that matters, surely. Surely, lads and ladies. Surely that's what it's all about. There we go. Preparing. Preparing's no good. Don't prepare it. Get it on. There we go. So what are your score predictions? Yeah, score predictions are hard. Porto 2, Chelsea 0, Chelsea 2, Porto 2, so it'll be 4-0 on aggregate. I would say that Bayern Munich PSG is hard to say. It could be anything. I'm going to say 3-1 to Bayern, which will put them through. But 2-1 will put them out, Jack. That's quite interesting, yeah. So, yeah. United and Tottenham could play 10 times in their current form, and no way they beat United for more than one game. Crossing my fingers for Bayern, says Paulo Ramirez. Thanks for the super chat. And Ramadan Mubarak, Dean Zambolia, thank you very much for that. And everybody, I'm sure, will appreciate that. Tuchel going for the draw, says Lamar. Well, I think United will do the same on Thursday. I really do. Thoughts on financial fair play, Mark, says Lachlan Lane. Doesn't really exist, does it, Lachlan, to be honest with you? Never really has. Don't have a lot of thought on it. It doesn't really exist. Oh, what have I done here? It's really interesting because I've got it on the Sky Player app, and last week I was about 40 seconds behind on the Wednesday. Today it's back to being just a few seconds behind. Oh, what the fuck's going on here? Calm down. Just keep yourself calm, Goldbridge. Don't let this bloody remote control annoy you. This happened last week. Just keep it chill. Don't let it win. It's just a Pratt controller, not the fat controller. That's Thomas the Tank Engine. Yeah, so I'm pretty nailed on now. Oi, 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 oi. And I'm not going to say what I was oi-oing about there. Mark, I really miss United-Chelsea rivalry of 12 years ago, says Vivek. Oh, I miss the Arsenal rivalry. To be honest, I miss any genuine rivalry that United have. I don't feel like we have a proper rivalry. I mean, the Liverpool game's big, the City game is big, but they're not proper rivalries. How's your dog Chop, Mark, mate? See, I saw that on Insta today. Thanks, Tom Walker. Thank you. Isn't it the fat conductor not controlling Thomas the Tank Engine? They've probably changed his name now, politically correct, yeah. And Phil Jones is my favourite player. Can we pinch him, please? Says Sean Deitch. Goldbridge, did you see the UEFA Super Cup final is being held in Northern Ireland? No, I didn't, Mark. So that'd be interesting. Could be United there. That'd be good. Hopefully have fans in the ground. Chelsea's Porto 1-1 and PSG versus Bayern 2-1, says Desert. And United worst signing of the decade, Mark, your pick. Mark, what does the summer transfer window open, says Sunder? I think it's the end of May. But look, I think tomorrow night's going to be more of a game where you can watch both of the games, if that makes any sense. I think that Man City Dortmund is going to be a more equal. Well, it's 2-1, isn't it? So there's an away goal there for Bayern. It'd be very hard. Dortmund. It'd be very hard for Dortmund to come back into that game, but there is something there to be played for. Obviously, Real Madrid, Liverpool are going to have to produce something, which we know they can do. 3-1 down, 1 away goal, but they're going to have to score early. But tonight, it's all eyes on PSG Bayern for me. I mean, I have got the Chelsea game on, and it will be all eyes on that as well. But I expect Chelsea to come through. I expect Chelsea to come through quite fine in that. One United reject that you wish worked out. I'm not answering questions about United. It's not the United stand. I will talk in United in general, but this is not the United stand. So I don't want to start talking about United because I know there's a lot of fans on here that are not United fans as well. And we're talking about the Champions League, which United are not in. So would you be interested in signing Camavinga? He recently denied a contract extension. I think they've put a price tag on Camavinga of £100 million, haven't they? So it might be a little bit of a difficult one for United to do there. But we'll see. We will see. Mark did... okay, let me just get rid of that. I don't know why people bother. I really don't know why they bother to even type it out. Mark, would you rather... No, not answering that one either. I think there's something in the water today in the live comments. Hey, mods. Oh, God. It's amazing when you read about 40 comments and they're all shit. Really is disappointing. Love the graphics, says Isaac. Thank you. A good comment at last. Barca is the best, don't even lie. You just got beat at the weekend and you're not in the Champions League, mate. Thank you for the super chat, Joseph Tyrrell. Appreciate that. And thoughts on Haaland's wage demand, says Yusuf. I would love to see Haaland absolutely bury City tomorrow in the cup. Who is one player you think Arsenal should sign? Not an Arsenal fan, just curious, says Alexander. They need more than one, mate. They need more than one. They need more than one. Sunday roast, next cooking with Goldbridge, says TS98. My next video on my Goldbridge channel is quite good, actually. I'm looking forward to doing it. I was doing a little bit of research today. In fact, I just thought of something else for it as well. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Who is the best run club? Da 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 da. I think the best club is Bayern Munich. Ta la 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 la. Yes, Chelsea are rich and City, but I think Bayern Munich are the best. I do. I think Bayern Munich are the best run club because they don't spend stupid amounts of money, yet they are the biggest club. Now, they are fortuitous in a sense that they are in a league where they can monopolise it. But I think Bayern Munich are I think the way German clubs are run are brilliant anyway, because there's a lot of fan focus on there, and also they tend to go with people, well-structured clubs. Whatever you say about Dortmund, there's clear lines of communication. That it's in fact in relation to transfers with Dortmund, you very rarely hear from the manager. You hear from the chief executive, and Bayern Munich are the same. Mark, have you heard that City has signed a young Brazilian striker for 10 million? Nope, official chick, haven't. And hi Mark, can't wait to join you in having a fresh trim, but here's neither. Or would you rather Wenger or Mourinho in their primes as a manager? Says Sergeant Stupid. Better football from Wenger. Probably more clinical at winning trophies, Mourinho. Kian, thanks for the super chat. Favourite Wrestlemania match, says Connor. Well, out of what I've seen so far, my favourite one was Riddle against Sheamus. That was my favourite. And Dominic Jones says, hi Mark, I'm a big fan all the way from the US. Thank you, Dominic. Thank you very much. Thank you very, 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 very much. Mark, who's the best? Paul Hollywood, Mary Berry or Prue? It's Bryce Jones. Probably Hollywood. Yeah. Would you... No, not going to read that. And I've not been to the pub yet, Rian. I keep joking with people that have been to the pub, but I haven't been to the pub recently because... I've got to be honest. I got to be honest with you, Rian. I got to be honest with you. I genuinely thought that, and I'm not going to lie here. I really not. I feel a bit of an idiot for it. But I thought that you could only book a table at a pub if you were having a meal. So I envisaged having to eat like 4 burgers and chips, etc. But you can actually book a table and just have drinks. I've messed up. I have got tables booked at the local pub, but not till Friday. It starts on Friday for me because it was like Friday, end of the week, meal and a drink. That will be nice. But answer me this. Could I, hypothetically, book a table for 6 and invite Robbie, Flex, Thogdad, Jackmate, and some other YouTuber that I like? That's probably about it, really. And we're all from different households. Can you do that? I think it's a lack of knowledge that has cost me a trip to the pub yet, to be honest. Mark, which footballer could make it in the UFC? Got no idea. Probably Zlatan. Could be Flick's last game in Europe today. Can see Bayern going all out for this, says Connor Shields. They'll go out for it anyway. There's heavy rumours of a second lockdown in India, and knowing it, I get to watch you and be part of this community every single day keeps me calm. Stay calm, Dawel. Stay calm. We've just literally come out of a very long lockdown in the UK, and I'm sure there'll probably be another one. So just chill out, and yeah, we'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be there. Just go on YouTube and I'll be there. Sometimes Twitch. On a real note, though, Son got a lot of disgusting people calling him names. There's no room for that, especially with the current climate, says Shin David. You know what, Shin David? What I would say is this. Ollie sort of threw Son under the bus. At no point did I feel bad towards Son. He's just a likeable player. I like Son. I never, ever felt bad about what Son did at the weekend. I never felt like he cheated or anything like that. I've got no problem with what Son did. It was interesting how Ollie had a go at Son because I never felt bad towards Son. So it's sad that United fans did, because to me, he did get caught in the face. If he wants to go down, maybe it did catch his eye. It's quite painful when you get caught in the eye, sometimes. But my big issue with that was VAR and the referee. That was the only frustration I had. Son can play the game as much as he wants. Let's be honest. There's been a few penalties where people. I think Ollie's got that wrong, and I don't even know that Ollie was going in on Son. It was just a bit of an analogy about he shouldn't do that. But we've dived for penalties. I've got no problems with players acting like Son did, or if there's a bit of contact, taking a penalty for your team. Got no problem with that. The issue with that was the bloody referee. So I don't know why Son got hate in the first place. It just seems illogical to blame Son when there is VAR to review it. That was where the decision was wrong for me. If Dortmund don't get Champions League, there will be an exodus, says Andy Harris. Big game for them tomorrow night. Yeah, they're 7 points off 4th place in the Bundesliga with 7 games to go, or 6 games to go. It's going to be very hard for them. So, on a real note, though, Son got a lot of... Yeah, I've done that. He shouldn't have got the stuff. Hey, Mark, do you really think we can win the Europa League? Lots of love from India, although I am in Sweden, says Pushan. How can you give love from India when you're in Sweden? Thanks for this virtual company during the pandemic. I know what he means, really. What's your favourite animal and why, says Big Ty. It's not polar bears. Probably dogs, really. Mark, will Seb be a future United stand presenter, says Iback. It'll be a long way off that, mate. A long way off that. And Camavinga will be 60 million max. Yeah, he ain't going for 100, is he? Who's going to pay that? Who is going to pay that? Anyway, please subscribe, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. And please smash a like on video. Very, very excited for these games tonight. Just going to get the timer ready as well. I've got Chelsea and Porto on the screen. Obviously, Chelsea are not playing at Stamford Bridge. They're both these ties, I think, have been played at Sevilla, haven't they? Because of Portugal and COVID. So both of these games being played in Sevilla, which is a little bit weird for Chelsea having to fly out twice in a week. But I suppose it's fair. You can't say it's not fair unless you want to say that. By the way, the arm sleeve Pogba wears is what NBA players wear, and since he's an NBA fan, I think he likes it. I like it, Stephen. It's a good fashion item. And when do you think Spurs will get rid of Mourinho? By the way, your videos have been a highlight of 2021, says Puya. I can actually... Grand Theft Auto, Mark, please say yes. Carl, not tonight. And not unless I change my plans massively. It won't be tonight. Tomorrow night. How long do I think Mourinho is going to last at Spurs? I will say that he will be there next season. I would say we're there next season. I think they've invested so much. It's almost like Manchester United. This is why I didn't think Spurs made a very good idea, because I think that they will have spent a lot of money on Mourinho, and they've probably made the same mistake that United made, that they bought in a manager that was very expensive, and they thought, oh, he's going to win us a trophy because Mourinho always wins a trophy. And the thing is, Mourinho does always win a trophy. I can't deny that. He does always win a trophy, but it's going to be interesting to see whether he does win a trophy this time. Right, we're getting ready for kickoff here. Please smash a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. Cracking game. PSG Bayern Munich last week was absolutely incredible. In fact, I've even got Gary Barlow to say, what did you think, Gary? Absolutely incredible, Mark. It was absolutely fantastic. And I think, hopefully, we're going to see that again tonight. Hopefully, we're going to see an absolute cracking game between PSG and Bayern Munich here. 3-2 to PSG from the first leg. We will be keeping an eye on Chelsea versus Porto. It would be wrong not to do that. But I think, in effect, if you're a football purist, this game, one of these teams could win this tournament. Could win it. I mean, they will probably play Man City in the semis. I mean, we could end up with a Bayern Munich Borussia Dortmund semi-final. We could. Or we could end up with a PSG Man City. Or a Bayern PSG. Or a Bayern City. So we've got both games on the screen. I've got Chelsea on the small screen. I've got Bayern versus PSG on the other screen. They're more or less the same time. And I think they're more or less going to kick off at the same time as well. We're off in the Bayern game for sure. That's for sure. And let me get the timer on the screen. Please share the video if you're watching, by the way. There's a share button. The timer's in completely the wrong position. And you're moving the wrong thing there. Get the timer moving. Oh, I've got a timer moustache. No, down there. There we go. And Neymar must have broken the world record there for getting fouled and diving in the first 20 seconds. Kino Bournes, thank you very much for the super chat there. And hi Mark, after the amount of time you are in front of screens, do you feel your brain melting? I've lost my ability to focus, says Dogs Hate Me. United in the mud, second bridge. Now, how much longer will you lot have to wait before you win a title? Says 1-0 to the Arsenal. I think we'll just move on from that sort of thing. I don't think Arsenal can banter anybody. I think Arsenal would struggle to banter a Sheffield United fan. So, yeah. But look, PSG starting off with the ball here. Mark, who scored for Leeds at the weekend? Dallas. Da-da, I can't help it. I can't believe that's what somebody just put in the live comments. Let me just get this clarified, because I just got told it wasn't Neymar who was on the floor injured. It was Icardi. Icardi isn't even in the matchday squad. He's not even on the bench. Which just shows you the quality that PSG have got. Icardi, I think, must be injured. But here's Sane. Well, you never know as well. I mean, look, as much as Bayern Munich dominated the game last week, it could be that PSG control the game a little bit. They've started off well here, PSG, to be fair. A lot more of the ball. Maybe they're going to try and take the game to Bayern a little bit. Maybe Bayern are going to keep it a little bit deep themselves. Where do you think Bellingham will go after Dortmund, says Connor? Oh, I wouldn't even worry about it, Connor. There's a long way to go before he'll be leaving Dortmund. Who plays each other in the Super Cup, Ross? Mbappe's in. Wait a minute, Ross. They've been caught again. Ooh, across the face of the goal. And you've got to say, what the hell is going on with Bayern's defence? They just can't deal with the ball in behind. It's a simple ball into Neymar. And to be fair, Neymar, if he'd cut that back, they're queuing up. Thanks, David Woodings, for the super chat. Bet you by golly, wow. You're the one that I've been waiting for forever. And ever since my love for you keeps going on, keeps going strong. So yeah, the winner of the Super Cup final is always the winner of the Europa League against the winner of the Champions League. Pepe just went into a challenge with Havertz and Tuchel saying it should have been an elbow. I don't think it really was. Tuchel wearing his gilet again. I've got one of them. I had one on today. I've never been to Dallas. I've never been to America. I'd love to go to America. We're the kids in America. Whoa, we're the kids in America. Whoa, everybody live for the world and go around. La 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 la. Mbappe's in again. Offside. They're playing a very, very high line. They're playing a high line here. Bayern. But 4 minutes gone and Bayern have done absolutely nothing so far. Chelsea started off quite well in this game as well. I don't know who's getting promoted to the Premier League, Cody, because I've got no idea. I heard Norwich were doing quite well. That's all I know. I just had a stretch, Jack. Mark Powell, just a thought. Why don't you create a sister channel called Goldbridge Shorts and have short clips of funny moments from here in the United Stand, says Andrew TS. You've just described United Stand clips. It already exists. Apparently there's a lot of stuff of me on TikTok, which is great because I'm not even on TikTok. So there are accounts just making, hopefully, getting popular because of me. Cross to the back post. Kingsley Coman decides not to hit it on the turn and he chases it out to the far side. He's still got it into Alphonso Davies. He quite liked a thought of a cross, but he doesn't, and he still got it. Here we go. Is this Bayern Munich about to start turning the screw here? Just getting a bit hold of the ball a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Just getting on a bit of the ball. Here's Koeman, good tackle. Remember Bayern Munich have got to score twice here. One goal won't be enough. It needs to be quite an open game. Oh, but PSG have got it here with Neymar though. And Alphonso Davies does well, as does Koeman. That's going to be an intriguing game, this one, you know. It can't be a slow game. Oh, I don't think that's even a foul on Neymar. Any advice for back pain, says Hamza? Yeah, I've got some great advice. If it's lower back pain, which is what I've got, stand up and basically you just need to grind backwards and forwards like that about 10 times. You might look a prat, don't do it in public. You'll look like a pest, but it does do very good for lower back pain because it's about moving the spine, isn't it? Stretching it out a bit. That's a nice ball over the top for Koeman here. He's very wide though. Lays it off. Chopper Moateng. Chopper Moateng. Terrible first touch, and PSG will bring it away. You do wonder, don't you? Got 10,000 watching, by the way. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and smash a like on the video. I didn't enjoy Wrestlemania at all, Matt Carter, I've got to be honest. In the kids in America. Whoa. Well, I've got that in my head now. Chelsea got a corner. I'm trying to keep my eye on three things here at the moment. That's a nice ball out to Sane on the left-hand side. Go on, Sane. Here he is. Still going. Sane's the closest thing I've ever seen to sort of Ryan Giggs, you know. And Ryan Giggs was a revelation, but he has got that. Even at City, I used to say, he just reminds me of like Ryan Giggs, the way he glides. I mean, I wouldn't say he's as good as Ryan Giggs, but he's got that sort of gliding ability on the ball. Fantastic to watch. But nothing came of the corner from Chelsea. Still 0-0 in both games. Hi, James B. Sane's a wonderful player, says Marvin AM. He just wanted to go back to Germany, didn't he? I think an odd player for Man City to get rid of, really. PSG looking to do what they did last week. Very similar vibes to last week. He can be a bit inconsistent, says Devils 58 Reds. Oh my God! Oh, I thought he'd scored. Neymar, half a chance. Another defensive mix-up by Bayern, and he was offside anyway. Lots of people wanting PSG. Who do you want to win, actually? Live comments. Who do you want to win? PSG or Bayern? I want Bayern to win. I mean, but not like avidly. I'm not like, oh, if PSG win, I'm going to cry. If PSG deserve to win it, fair play. I think they put themselves into a great position. If they go on and win it, they go on and win it. But I'd rather Bayern win it because I think they've got a better chance. I think Bayern against City would just be a cracking game. I really do. We're 200 subscribers away from 355,000, by the way. So please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with the channel. That's football. Everybody's welcome on here. And we will be doing the watch-alongs tomorrow night as well. Double watch-along tomorrow night again. We have got Chelsea versus Porto on here, but we'll have Dortmund against City on tomorrow night and Liverpool against Madrid as a pair. Probably more interesting games from kickoff, but if Porto were to score against Chelsea, that game would become an interesting one as well. At the moment, obviously Chelsea very comfortable in that one. This one, Bayern, the holders and the favourites, need to score some goals. And Lewandowski. Does anyone know when Lewandowski's going to be back? Quite an even split in the live comments about who they want to win as well between Bayern and PSG. Another foul on Neymar. That's not. I just don't trust Neymar when he goes down, and I don't think that was a foul. I thought they got the ball here. Gets the ball. Actually tackles the ball, Alaba here. Watch. He's obviously one of those refs who just likes to give soft fouls, which is not what you want in a game like this. Mendy just gave the ball away there, and Porto ended up with a chance. Porto close, says Arjun, and they were. But we've already had 10 minutes here, and remember, Bayern will need to score more than one goal. 1-0 will knock them out because of away goals. So they've got to score more than one. They may need to score as many as 3 tonight. He's given another foul there on Paredes. Yeah, I don't like Di Maria either. That's a good point not to want PSG to win, actually. Some fireworks going off there. Here's Mbappe. Hernandez. Clears it well. Nice turn. That's got to be a foul. Yeah. I don't like this ref. I don't like this ref. He's really slowing the game down a lot. I'd rather some of these fouls. I mean, they are fouls, but they're quite soft fouls, and I like to see the game flowing a little bit. And that's a shit ball as well for a throw-in. Who do I think is going to win the Champions League, Josh? I think if PSG win this, I probably think Man City are going to win it. I think if Bayern find the way through this, Bayern become the favourites again. But I wouldn't be unhappy with this if I was a PSG fan. I wouldn't be unhappy with this start. Bayern not as dominant yet as they were in the last game, and PSG, you know, very much in it. But of course, they've got those 3 away goals. This needs to be a more open game, I think, for Bayern. Did we establish when Lewandowski's back, by the way? Dortmund and City play tomorrow, Samuel. Liverpool, Madrid as well. I mean, hard for Liverpool to come back into that. Especially when I don't think Liverpool are playing that well as well. 2 weeks for Lewandowski, apparently. So he'd be back for the semi-finals. He's back in training, says Oscar. And Gnabry, I don't know. Yeah, if anyone knows anything about Gnabry, let us know. It's a big loss, of course it is. It's a big loss for Bayern to lose their number 9, but you know, people have had injuries this season. It's the way it is. Do I think Chelsea will go to the final? I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? I think Chelsea have got to be very careful, because if Liverpool go out of the Champions League tomorrow, then Liverpool will be very focused on top 4. If Chelsea go to the semi-final, they're going to have a very hard semi-final against Real Madrid, and you know, then they've got to try and get top 4 as well. I mean, Tuchel's going to have to be very, very, very careful with how he manages his squad, because you could go all out. He's got to get Champions League football next year, and he could end up with none of it. That's what I'm trying to say. He's done a really good job. I mean, Lampard left them out of the Champions League and with not much hope in the Champions League. And Tuchel is almost being hindered by the fact that he's gotten back into a race for Champions League in the Premier League, but also a contender in the Champions League as well. So it's dangerous for Chelsea, but it's good dangerous, because you can't not go into games and not try to win them. Ultimate Team players will know why I want Paris to win, says Daniel Kirk. Very quite. I've got to say, this first 15 minutes from Bayern has not been very good. They're not playing anywhere near the level that they did last week so far. Nearly 12,000 watching. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Please give us a subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. Everyone's welcome on the channel, and smash a like. Still 0-0 in both games at the moment. I've got 2 screens on here, so 15 minutes gone. Chelsea will be very happy with that. 0-0. Obviously, Porto 2-0 down from the first leg. Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern, very equal game so far. But Bayern are quite sloppy. They've not got any rhythm in their play. They're not getting high up the pitch at all. I'd give Pochettino his dues here, because he's definitely. Oh, for God's sake, ref! I can't stand Di Maria. I tell you what, he's going like that. I'm going like that. Get off, you little cheating shit! I can't stand Di Maria. I don't even know how that's a foul. He's such a snake. He's such a snake. I can't stand Di Maria. I tell you what, people say YouTube boxing. I'd do it against him. Goldbridge against Di Maria. I'll do it. I'll do it for charity. I wouldn't even get in the ring against bloody DT at the height of our argument, but I'd get in the ring with Di Maria. Definitely. I just can't stand him. He's probably a really nice guy in real life, but as a footballer, it just pisses me off. Gotta be honest. Hi Mark, can you say happy birthday to my mate Glyn? Says Chris Shaw. Happy birthday, Glyn. Oh, he's gone down here like he's really injured. Mate, you fell on the floor. He literally fell on the floor. There's nothing wrong with you, mate. I think he actually is injured. But nothing happened. Nothing happened. He banged his knee. Oh, I banged my knee. Nothing happened. Literally nothing happened to him, and he's fell over. I tell you what, if you are injured, mate, that's what happens when you make the most out of a tackle. Because there's nothing wrong with him there. You know what? It would be his own bloody fault if he really is injured, because he's fell to the floor off a nothing tackle to win a free kick. There's nothing bloody wrong with him. He's up now. Look, he's just wasting time. I wouldn't. All these PSG players warming up, mate. Don't worry. Look at spraying on his knee. Whatever. Porto, Di Maria, and Tom Daly divers FC, says PPM. Mark, do you think there will be a lot of young kids growing up as City fans because of the success like Chelsea did? Says Dogs Hate. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'm not really interested. How Man City end up getting some fans is going to be... I don't know. I don't know. I don't see many kids... when I take my daughter training, I don't see many of them wearing Man City kits. But that's probably because they wear the training kit of the team that they play for. That's actually a good point. I don't know. Oh, straight across the face. Oh, he's messed that up. Good tackle. Oh, ref! Ref! Go! He's missed it. He's bloody missed it. And they're on the break, PSG here. Mbappe, this could be worrying for Bayern. They've blown a chance in their own box. They're queuing up. Di Maria. And that nothing's going to happen with that. Hello, Mark. It's my good friend Rack's birthday today, and was wondering if you could please wish him a happy 16th birthday. Happy birthday to Rack from Kane Smith. Thank you very much for the super chat as well. I think it's always quite a frustrating thing as a Premier League fan when you do watch European football. You do see a lot of the diving, which we don't really see in the Premier League. Maybe that's a weakness of our game, but we don't really see it. Not to the extent that you get here. Moting his pants, as Dane Grayson. Yeah, he's not all that, is he? He ain't all that. 20 minutes gone, still 0-0 in both games. There's no goal in either game at the moment. No, we don't. We definitely do not see the amount of diving that you see in the European leagues compared to the Premier League. Nowhere near. I'm not saying you don't see diving, but not to the extent. The time wasting, the rolling, the theatrics. We don't see a lot of it. Is Sane on the right wing? I think Bayern's passing's just not as good as it was last week, and it was raining and snowing last week. Coman does well and wins a corner. Tell you what, the Porto-Chelsea game would get quite... Oh, look at that dive as well. I'm watching the Porto-Chelsea game. He runs into somebody and it's like he's lost his family. He's dying on the floor, rolling around. Unbelievable. I mean, it's embarrassing, but it is part of the game. It is part of the game in certain leagues. Look, he's still down now. Look at him. Joke. Absolute joker. Look at that. Look at that. He literally runs into the back of Jorginho. Mad. PSG be very happy, like I said. Very happy. Di Maria did well in there in his own half. Neymar. Here we go. Bayern Munich. Bit of space. Cross comes in. And well out by Paredes. Mark, that was Neymar-esque diving, says Michael Southcombe. Yeah, it's just not flowing for Bayern at the moment. They just can't get the flow going. PSG definitely they're equal. And here's Di Maria up against Davies. Nice little bit of skill as well. Switch of the play. Mbappe nearly keeps it in. It's not, it's a goal kick. Chelsea still 0-0. As I said, it'd be interesting if Porto scored the first goal. A bit like United and Granada, but a Poundland version, really, because that's the Europa League. And Granada are a Poundland Porto. But, yeah, you're 2-0 up, you've got 2 away goals, but if they score the first one, they've got an away goal, and then it becomes different, doesn't it? I've already done which player would I take from each team. PSG, it would be Mbappe. Bayern Munich, it would be Kimmich. Nice overlap there. Another corner. Pavard with a crap cross. I think Bayern are struggling in the final third. I mean, it's such a cliche to say they're missing Lewandowski, but they clearly are missing Lewandowski. There's their final third, like last week, is just not there at the moment. Another corner. Kimmich is going to take this one. In it comes. Headed away. Oh, he's got space there. And another good clearance. 2 good crosses, but 2 good clearances from PSG there. Is Pavard all that, says Jeffrey. Scored a good goal, didn't he, in the World Cup? I remember United were linked to him before he went to Bayern. Go on then, 1-2. Alphonso Davies bringing it forward here. It's wide to Muller. Another bad cross. Kimmich does well. Do I rate Alphonso Davies, Kieran? Yeah, I think he's a fantastic player, yeah. Another bad ball. But Bayern keep hitting these balls. They're really... I don't know what they're looking to do. They've not got Mbappe or Neymar, and they're looking to hit these long balls in. Nice ball in. Sane, play him in. Oh, why didn't you play Muller in? I'm Muller and I'm going, why didn't you play me in? Comes to Sane here. Why does he not slip Muller in there? Goes for the ridiculous shot. That's greedy from Sane. We can play the replays as many times as you like. He should still slip Muller in. Greedy Sane then. In a game like that, I'll be bloody furious if I'm the manager there. Why did he not slip him in? Still 0-0 in Chelsea Porto, yeah. The flick was good from Moting, yeah. It was Abra, you're right. Oh, just wide from Kimmich that time. Couple of chances here for Bayern. It's gone low for the shot, but nowhere near. Nowhere near. Edge of the box shot from Kimmich. Not on target. Mays says Sane's been struggling lately. No Grand Theft Auto tonight. No, tomorrow night. Oh, come on. I think PSG are going to score first in this game, you know. What a ball. Mbappe. I just said it. What a cutback. Neuer. What a save by Neuer. Neymar was in and it's a corner. That was probably the best chance of the game. Brilliant breakaway by PSG. Di Maria feeds Mbappe. He's wide. He cuts it back to the penalty spot and there is Neymar. And Manuel Neuer makes himself big. They've took the corner quick. Good tackle. Whew. Great save by Neuer. But that's what... I was just saying that. I think PSG are going to score first because Bayern are setting themselves up to be hit on the break again here. But the game has just suddenly come alive in the last 5 minutes. 2 good saves from... two shots from Bayern and then a great save by Neuer from PSG. And the game comes alive. Here's Di Maria into Neymar. You thought about the shot, but he's held it up. And he's just left. I don't know why he's not giving a penalty on Neymar then. He's pushing off Hernandez. He leaves him. I don't know why is he giving a corner? It's a goal kick. Oh, I don't know. I think he might be giving a penalty here. Oh no, he's giving a goal kick. I thought he was going for a VAR. He's gone for a goal kick. It was never a corner. Referee's made a bit of a mistake here. He could have been looking at that for a VAR penalty, to be honest with you. But Bayern bring it away. Would have been a soft penalty, but what I'm saying, it was never a bloody goal kick. Alphonso Davies picks it up on the far side. Here's Alaba. And Navas has got that. Never a penalty, says Saul Goodman. Well, it was never a corner, which is what the referee had originally given. Been spending most of my life living in the gangster's paradise. Still 0-0 Chelsea Porto. Still 0-0 here. Yeah, I don't think the referee's been that good in this game. In the PSG Bayern game. You want it to flow. You really do. Kimmich. Oh, he's overhit that ball to Koeman. No, he hasn't. Koeman will keep it in. No, he won't. It wasn't Koeman anyway. It was Alphonso Davies who'd overlapped. Yeah, they're just showing it back. I mean, to be fair, Neymar's pushing Hernandez there, and then they both go for the same ball, and you can't give a penalty for that, really. Could do with a goal in this game, though. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. Everyone's welcome on here. Tomorrow night we're doing what we're doing tomorrow night. Well, Real Madrid against Liverpool at Anfield, and also Dortmund's game against Man City. So another double watch along tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right hand corner. And Saturday, Man City against Chelsea FA Cup semi-final. So some big watch alongs coming up this week. And on Thursday, my FIFA Career Mode FA Cup final, Newcastle against Man City. So that's to watch. Lovely play by Di Maria there. And he feeds Mbappe, who's offside. They're playing this offside trap a lot here, Bayern. And I think it's a dangerous game. Be a hard game for Liverpool to come back tomorrow night, you know. Interested to see how Zidane plays that out, because I don't think Liverpool have got what they used to have. I don't think they've got that ability to... I don't think they've got the fitness levels after such a long, hard season to overpower Real Madrid like they could overpower teams in the past. It's going to be interesting. I do hope Dortmund can give City a game, but I thought Dortmund did very well to just get 2-1 last week. A lot of people saying Mbappe wasn't offside. No, he's miles on. He's absolutely miles on. And you've got to ask the question, why is the linesman not let that go? Do they do it differently in Champions League? In the Premier League, you're allowed to play on. You play the moment through and then you put your flag up. Is he not? That's poor by the linesman there. You've stopped something that was onside, but are you not meant to... Or is it only the Premier League that does that? That's shocking. Absolutely shocking. VAR is like one of those dodgy male best friends of your girlfriend. You never know what's going to happen, says Dwell. PSG on the attack here. They've done quite well, PSG. Good running by Di Maria. Can you give my brother Jack a shout out? Says Sparky. Shout out to Jack. Thanks for the super chat. Good energy from PSG tonight. Good tackle that is as well. And Alphonso Davies stays down, but it was just a good tackle. Is Neymar into the box with the skills. Good shot. Good save by Neuer. And Neymar's won it back. I mean, they're so... To be honest with you, Bayern defensively are very poor, aren't they? I've got to say. And there's another... How's that not a foul there? He's not given a foul for that. They're poor. Bayern are not playing well here. 33 minutes in, not defending well, not moving the ball well, giving the ball away a lot. Hi, Mark. Should I start a crowdfund to buy Man United? Says Liam Talks. You can give it a go, mate. Good luck with that. Yeah, I don't know why the linesman didn't let that go. In the Premier League, they'd have let Mbappe run through and seen what happened before they put the flag up. PSG playing well though. Poch has set them up well in this game. They've closed the spaces. They've been very, very impressive in their press. They've looked to give and go and counter. And I think at the moment, there's no definitive best side. That's a terrible ball again. Corner to Bayern. Neymar's playing well, Zaki. Yeah, Neymar's playing well. I think PSG have handled the ball better than Bayern Munich, which is surprising compared to last week. Chelsea-Porto, very equal game like last week, but 0-0. Chelsea, no alarms and no surprises at the moment. Corner by Kimmich here. Navas, straightforward catch, straight into his hands. Boateng and Hernandez look like Magaluf, says Forever United. They just haven't got enough pace at the back, have they? There's Mbappe. Look at Mbappe here. Given a foul. I don't get this referee. I think he's really bad. Like really bad. Is that a foul on Mbappe? I suppose it is, but it's like Zach says, he's slowing the game down. Like it's such a stop-start game. I hate these sort of games. You want to see some of this stuff being let go, and also the problem is, if you keep giving these fouls, players will keep going down because they know they're going to get the foul. It just slows it down even more. Cross comes in. No alarms and no surprises. Sung by Cilla Black. What a goal by Neymar. Oh, I thought that was in. I thought it was in. Edge of the box. Goes past the player. Curler. And I said it was in from when he hit it. And it's not. Lovely turn. This would have been goal of the week. What a shot. Going towards the top corner and it lands on the bar. PSG are more of a threat to City than Bayern, says Flames Dude. I tell you what, PSG have been a lot better tonight. I thought last week Bayern Munich could be suited better to playing Man City. But to be fair, the way PSG have played tonight, I think they've been impressive, PSG. I've got to say. Neymar's been very good, Glazers out, you're right. Bayern are not in this at all. 8 minutes to half time. They need to score 2 goals. United are underrated from a Chelsea fan, says Jack. Alpha Gaming, I think Poch needs a lot of credit. So far, Poch deserves a lot of credit. Definitely. So still 0-0 Chelsea-Porto. I've not really been keeping an eye on that game, really. I don't think the ref is bad. PSG v Bayern, he's trying to do his job, not counting the lines, but everyone just doesn't want the game to stop, says Paul, not nice. Well, Mark, love the streams. Can you call Oren a prat, says Luke Maher. We are 20 subscribers away from 355,000, so please subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and we'll hit 355 before half time. 7 minutes to go in both games. We will get semi-finalists tonight. Remember, it's not first leg, it's second leg. And Bayern Munich are going to need a lot in the second half. Oh, I tell you what, Alphonso Davies has actually had a bad game. He's having a bad game. Thanks for the Super Chat Alpha Game in there. And here's Mbappe. Oh, this has got to be a goal for Neymar. He's hit the post again. He's hit the woodwork again. He's a carpenter. Sing the Carpenters. He's hit the bar and he's hit the post. They should be winning. They deserve to be winning. And look, I thought this would be a different game. It's actually PSG who've been the most impressive. Mbappe feeds Neymar again. He could have had a hat-trick. Brilliant save from Neuer. Hits the bar. Now he's hit the post. I can't think of a Carpenter's song. It's woodwork class. It's been a woodwork lesson for Neymar. He's been superb. Cross comes in. Got to be a goal. What a save, Navas. And it's a goal for Choupo-Moting at the other end. Will the referee say anything about it? Bayern have put the ball in the back of the net. And that's football. And that's the line. That's the line. That's football. Here it comes in. Cross comes in. Navas. There's not going to be a foul there. You're going to get very, very lucky. Navas spills it up in the air. Choupo-Moting comes in behind the defender, Kimpembe. I don't think there'll be a foul here. VAR might look at it. No, that's not going to be a foul. That's a goal. Game on. Game on. That's it. Game on. There you go. One. It is, and it's the away goal as well. What a funny old game football is. What a funny old game football is. PSG should be 3-0 up. Well, not maybe 3 is a little bit harsh, but they certainly should have a goal. But it's huge. It's absolutely huge. That's gone out for a goal kick. Yeah, it's huge. It's absolutely huge. Because with Bayern Munich scoring first, they've got to score 2. But if PSG score, it doesn't really matter to them because they know they've got to score 2 anyway. So it's a massive goal for Bayern Munich, and it should be still 0-0 Chelsea-Porto. But Neymar's at the post, he's at the bar. Neuer made a great save, and Bayern go and score a scrappy goal. That's football, isn't it? To be honest, it's a bit similar to last week. Bayern Munich were the better team last week, but PSG sucker punched them. Bayern Munich could be over the moon here. They'll be that cow jumping over it. But here's PSG. Nice ball to Mbappe. Goes for a bit of skill. Oh, he put it wide. He's put it wide. And there's an offside anyway, I think. Well, we've got the game we want now. We've got the game now. Georgios says they're a little bit lucky, but we've got the game we wanted now. Second half is going to be fire. Somebody call a fire engine. But I actually don't. I don't want it to be an extinguished. I want it to stay on fire. Somebody get some petrol and put some more on it. It's hot. Forbes said United is the most valuable club in the Premier League, says Tarek. Who's Forbes? Isn't he a bloody waiter or something? It's funny though, isn't it? Because I agree with a lot of people. I think on this game you'd say PSG would give Man City a harder game because Bayern have been bloody terrible. But then in the first game, I think Bayern would have given Man City more of a game. So you know what? What do you know? PSG might bottle this, says Messi. Well, They've got to be careful. It's 3-3 on aggregate, but they go through on away goals now. So they've got to be very careful. It's a hard game to play. I sort of jinxed... I jinxed Pochettino, really, didn't I? Because I said he was doing well. I agree with Mac, by the way. I think Alphonso Davies has been very poor in this game. Defensively, positionally, not that great. And his distribution has not been good. Here's Kingsley Coman into the box. Got to be careful here. Not a bad cross. I'll tell you what, I just want to give a big shout out to... Danilo for PSG. I think he's been absolutely brilliant. Doesn't normally play centre-back because Marquinhos is injured. He's gone in there. I think he's been superb. Thanks. Oh, what a hit! Who hit that? I think it was David Alaba. It was. 30 yards out. Whipped it with his left foot. Lovely hit. And Navas probably wasn't going in, but Navas just palms it out for a corner. I'll tell you what, if Bayern get the second goal... Whoa. Sane. Edge of the box. It's in the air. What's Muller doing? Oh, why didn't he head it towards the goal? 44 minutes. Still 0-0. Chelsea-Porto. 1-0 here. He's going back to the keeper there, Alphonso Davies. Looks like PSG will be able to gather their thoughts at half-time and get a bit of tactics from Pochettino. I'll tell you what I was watching last night. Being way old for some of you lot, but I was watching... it's weird. I was on YouTube and I was watching like Saint and Greavesy from the World Cup Italia 90, and they had this suggested video which was Do I Not Like That? Which was basically a very early sort of all or nothing done on England when Graham Taylor was the manager on the 93-94 World Cup campaign for America. And I think it was meant to be a fly on the wall, or look how good we are. Anyway, we didn't qualify for it. So it's actually very, very, very good because England was so shit. But it's amazing. They've got these basically dugout cams. So you can hear what Taylor's saying to his assistant coach and everything throughout the whole thing. And it's awful. Oh, absolutely awful. Some of the tactics. It's like, what do you think we should do then? If I take him off, then I'll get slaughtered by the press. But what do you think? And it's just, I got me thinking, I wonder if coaching has moved on or whether they are the sort of conversations that managers have these days. But rest in peace, Graham Taylor. I mean, look, he was a very good coach at Villa. He did good stuff with Villa, but never worked for him as England coach, did it? Choupo-Moting scored for Bayern. Hamza just sort of bundled it over the line. Wasn't a foul, but it's certainly against the run of play. We've only got another minute of first half stoppage time here. But PSG have been the better team and they're 1-0 down. Little bit like the first leg, really, where Bayern were the better team. And an offside here. But yeah, Bayern were the better team in the first leg, and obviously they lost. PSG have been the better team in this first half, and they're losing. And as I said, Neymar's been at school today. Double woodwork class. He's at the bar, he's at the post. And also a great save by Manuel Neuer. But here's Sane through the middle. He's going to want to come on his left foot. Oh, it's a bad shot. He's very greedy, Sane. I tell you what, you wouldn't want to share your crisps with him. He'll eat them all. But that's going to be it. I think it's going to be half time. And it's half time with Chelsea. Still 0-0 in that one. 2-0 Chelsea on aggregate, of course. But this game's just about to be half time. We will be playing either or at half time, by the way. So if you give me two things, we will discuss what they are. Not what they are, what I prefer. And please subscribe, by the way. We're very close to 355,000 subscribers. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. It is half-time. Bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. And thank you, everybody who's watching as well. Yeah, bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Tomorrow night, again, we will be live with Real Madrid, Liverpool and Dortmund City. Could be, hopefully, a better night tomorrow night than tonight. And tonight's second half is going to be very, very interesting, especially PSG versus Bayern. But it's 1-0 to Bayern at half time, and probably not deserved from Bayern. I thought Bayern were brilliant last week, not very good this week. Last week they lost. This week they're in front. They're still going out because it's 3-3, and obviously PSG have got 3 away goals. But it's probably not going to end like that, is it? Because Bayern will go for it. And the great thing about Bayern's situation is that they know they can go for it, knowing that even if PSG score, if they score, they're out, actually, 2-1. Scrub that. They do need... Well, PSG need to score again. They need to score again. But if PSG score again, they need to score 2. So, yeah, scrub that. They've probably got to be a little bit careful at the back, but they need to score again. Foden or Mount, says Jaden. Look, I think Mason Mount's probably edges Foden for me at the moment. I don't know whether in 2 years' time Foden might be the better player because he's younger, but I think Mason Mount's had the better season. I think Mason Mount's been very impressive for me this season. Haaland or Mbappe, says Hydro. 0-0 in the Chelsea-Porto game, so Chelsea looking like they're very much on their way. Haaland or Mbappe? I prefer Mbappe. I mean, I think Haaland's fantastic, but I think Mbappe just has... I suppose Haaland and Mbappe is a little bit like Ronaldo Messi, isn't it? And Mbappe would be Messi and Haaland would be Ronaldo, where Haaland is an unbelievable player who's clearly working very hard on his game and will be a world-class striker, but I just think Mbappe's got more natural talent, so I'd go Mbappe. Can you rate all your jobs from best to worst? Not on this one, Ricky Kelly, because it's a football channel, but I will mention it on my show on Mark Goldbridge channel for you. Thank you very much for that. I just realised I actually didn't write anything down there. How obvious was that? So rate jobs. I have wrote it down now, and it is on the right bit. Chocolate or crisps, says Abuk. Probably normally crisps, but actually because of Easter I'm addicted to chocolate at the moment. Tea or coffee, says John Cahill. Well, coffee in the morning, tea in the afternoon. Mark, can I ask a favour? Can you please ask Jamie Drawty on follow-up on email? Can note my name and ask about. Hope we win the Europa, says Druv. Okay, thank you, mate. Greenwood or Martial? Difficult. Look, Greenwood's a generational talent, and I think Greenwood... I've got to go Greenwood. I genuinely believe that Mason Greenwood is a generational talent, and I don't think Rashford and Martial are. So I'd take Greenwood over Rashford. I'd take Greenwood over Martial. And I like Rashford and I like Martial, as everybody knows, but I would take Greenwood. I think he's a generational talent. Greggs or Subway? I'm liking the mix here. That's from Sack. I'm not reading your first name because I'm not an idiot. Greggs or Subway? Subway. Easy work. Subway, definitely. Lisa Riley or Jeremy Beadle? Bloody hell. And the fact that I know who those two people are makes me feel very old. Very old. I would take Greenwood over Rashford, yes, because of what I just said. I think Greenwood is a generational talent, and I don't think Rashford is. And when I say generational talent, I think Greenwood could be one of the best players England have produced in the last 40 years. I think Rashford's a fantastic player, and I think Rashford can be a top 10 in the world player, but generational talent means you are heading towards the Mbappes and the Haalands. Fans' opinions on Death in Paradise. Who watches that? Surely Death in Paradise is what people over 60 watch. You've got to have had your vaccine to watch that. Surely that's a prerequisite. It's like Last of the Summer Wine. Do you see Neymar winning the Ballon d'Or before he retires? Yeah, 100%, Cave, 100%. I mean, look, Neymar's been fantastic tonight. He annoys me a little bit with the diving, but as a player, he's definitely in the top 5 in the world. I'd probably say he's the best player in the world behind Messi and Ronaldo. I think first half he's been brilliant today. The one that hit the bar, if that had been a goal, the way he turned it would have been goal of the week across the world. So, yeah, he's a very good player, Neymar. England chances this Euros. What finish would be acceptable given the talent we have? Semis for me. So Stephen, I think England could win the Euros if they had the right manager. They don't have the right manager. He's too pragmatic and defensive. So, yeah. Surely better than Messi and Ronaldo now, says Harry. I don't know. You could probably make a good point, Harry, but I don't like to put Neymar, Messi and Ronaldo behind anybody, because I think that Ronaldo and Messi at their best are here and Neymar's here. Is Neymar better than them now because they're on the decline a little bit because of age? Maybe, but I don't like putting Messi and Ronaldo behind anybody because they are so far ahead of everybody else when they were at their best. But look, time comes to all of us. DiCaprio or De Niro, says Red Harlow. Look, I don't think DiCaprio's ever made a bad film, but everyone will say De Niro. I think DiCaprio's a fantastic actor. From The Revenant to Inception, from The Wolf of Wall Street to Basketball Diaries. I think he's done so many good films. But so has De Niro, and De Niro is a everyone's going to say De Niro. What past and current players do epitomises football, says Owen Smith. I don't know. I've never been asked a question like that, Owen. I can't really think of, who's the quintessential footballer, I suppose. Past players, probably someone like George Best. Current players, I mean, you probably are gonna say a Ronaldo or a Messi, aren't you? When you think of football in its purest sense, you don't think of you want somebody that's just Maradona, someone like that. Somebody who can. I think the quintessential footballer for me. I love good centre backs. I love good leaders. But the players that get you on the edge of the seat are the players that can do things like Neymar can do. So you go for the elite Neymars, the Maradonas, the Messis, the Ronaldos, the George Best, these sort of people. Red Baron, diving is a part of the game. Can't blame the players. They're playing for their careers. Blame the system, not their morality, says Red Baron. I agree. And this is what I was on about Son against United. I can't believe that Son got a load of stick from United fans. That was reviewed 4 times at least by VAR, and they gave the foul. Son going down, if you think that's a dive, maybe it was a dive, but it's the biggest culprit is VAR for not seeing that. Have you had a midnight crisis? How do you feel? No, I'm all right, Greasy. I don't really like your comments. Here's a more fair one. De Niro or Pacino, says the contrarian. One of my favourite films of all time is Heat, which is a bit like Grand Theft Auto. I love the film Heat. Heat's one of the films I wish I could watch. In life, if you could watch a film again and watch it like you've never watched it before, so you don't know what's going to happen. I think Heat is one of those films that I would love to. And Gladiator. I remember coming out of the cinema from Gladiator and I was depressed because I was like, "There's not going to be a sequel." And I'll never watch that film fresh again. I thought The Gladiator was such a film where you come out the cinema and you're happy, but you're disappointed that you'll never see it again. It's like when Han Solo died. Jacob says, I legit watched Heat last night. I was playing Heat last night. Bloody Grand Theft Auto, the heist. That was brilliant. I got absolutely bombarded by all these police outside a bank robbery, the heist. And there was just gunshots everywhere. I was a mass murderer, to be honest, on a computer game. Daniel Eckersley, which still plays with my head a little bit. Got to get on the United stand with KG. His Martial slander is ridiculous, says HKN. Thanks for the super chat. Do you think Neymar takes it too far, as you saw there? Tries too many tricks, loses it and Bayern score. That's why it's always Ronaldo for me, says AS. Well, he hit the post, mate, didn't he? I don't think he could do much more than that. Do you think Mourinho's obsession with the Premier League is his downfall? Surely if he didn't come to United and went Europe, he'd have had success, says Levi Pedler. And what did you think of WrestleMania, says James de St. Arban? I thought WrestleMania was okay. I could probably get back into wrestling if I had the time, but the Mourinho thing, I think he could still do a very good job in Serie A, maybe in La Liga, but I think Premier League is too good for him. And I know people are going to hate that, but I think it is. Danny Riley says, I'm at the Baker's and can't decide between a glazed ring or a creamy finger. No comment. Sam Smith or Fuller's, says Mike Smith. And Suki says, Neymar's level of ball mastery is the best since Maradona. Ronaldo, not that level, even as a Man United fan. Piss off. Suki, piss off. Do you think Neymar... I've done that one as well. Ronaldo is quite simply one of the best players I've ever seen. I mean, if you're talking about tricks and skills, Ronaldinho beats the shit out of Neymar, and he was not one of the best players there's ever been. Ronaldinho was fantastic. So, for me, Ronaldo has no peer other than Messi. They are two of the best players that will ever play this game. And Ronaldo at Manchester United and Real Madrid in the early years was a player who could get the ball on his own and score a goal. I think maybe some people are too young to realise how good Ronaldo was. They think he's just a finisher who hangs in the air and heads the ball in. Like, he literally played on the wing for Manchester United and was top scorer in the whole country off the wing. Like, he was absolutely brilliant. Gladiator sequel is apparently being made with Crowe as the director. Oh, piss off with that, Mark. I'm not interested in that. And don't let the sun go down on me, says Ollie, says from Liam Deacon. Don't let the sun go down on me yet. Anyway, second half's going to be very interesting between Bayern and PSG. It's 1-0 to Bayern, which makes it 3-3 on aggregate. But of course, PSG have got 3 away goals. Bayern need to score again. If PSG score, they need to score 2. I still think PSG have got the edge on this one. I still think they have. I think the way Bayern Munich manage this game is quite difficult for them. They need a goal, but they also can't really concede because then they need 2. So Chelsea is 0-0, and obviously 2-0 from the first leg. So they're looking good. They're looking good, Chelsea. They are game managing that one quite well. But second half in the PSG Bayern game, fasten your seatbelts and just watch it. Man City or Dortmund, says Jacob. I think Man City will come through. We will be doing the watch-alongs tomorrow night, so make sure you tune in tomorrow night for those two. Those 2 games are really interesting. Dortmund and Liverpool are going to have to pull off fantastic games to get back into those ties. Man City and Real Madrid very much the favourites, but I think the problem that Dortmund have got, 2-1 up, they've got the away goal, but I fancy Man City to score. And I think the problem that Liverpool have got is they need to score 2 and not let Real Madrid score as well. So it's going to be very interesting. I think Liverpool are capable of knocking Madrid out, but I don't think Liverpool are playing anywhere near their level this season. So, yeah, we will see what happens with that. Second half has not kicked off yet. That's why the timer's not up and running, but it will be as soon as we kick off in the Bayern PSG game. Godfather 1 or 2, Mike. I need to watch them both again. I haven't watched them for ages, but I think Godfather 2 is a very good sequel, as everybody knows. I know the Gladiator sequel thing isn't a lie, Joshua. I've just got no interest in it. No Grand Theft Auto tonight. It'll be tomorrow night, Jordan. Who's better, Chelsea or United? I think Chelsea and United have a very sort of similar path. We came third, you came fourth, but we had the same points. Neither of us have won a trophy for a little bit, and United are above Chelsea in the Premier League, but Chelsea have only got their manager at Christmas. So I think next season's going to be very interesting on that score. Thanks for the super chat, Sunday A. Please subscribe, by the way. We're getting very close to 355,000. Remember, everyone's welcome on this channel. It's a channel for everybody. It's not club specific. And thanks everyone for tuning in. Bayern missing Lewandowski, robbed of Ballon d'Or, says Sebastian G. And Mark looking ahead as Mbappe gets older and his pace leaves him. Do you still see him being elite for a sustained period, as he relies on it a lot? Mate, he's still a very, very good finisher. Look, losing your pace isn't great, but he's still a technically good player. And, I still think he'd be very, very good. D's, there is no aggregate scores. So I don't know what you're on about changing aggregate scores. I haven't got aggregate scores on the thing, so shut up. And predictions for tomorrow night, Mark, says Sam Bork. I think that I think Man City will win against against Dortmund. Liverpool are going to have to produce something amazing, but this second half is the priority here. PSG, Bayern. Bayern are going to have to go through it big time. Big time. PSG do this every time. They did it last week as well. They don't come out onto the pitch. They did it last week. Look, Bayern are waiting and PSG making them wait. It's bad sportsmanship, and I think that's on Mourinho. Not on Mourinho, Pochettino. They do this. They did it last week. And now Neymar's doing his fucking boots up. I tell you what. It really... there's no need for this. It's bad sportsmanship from Pochettino, this. Who gets in your ultimate five-a-side team, past or present, says Joe McCann? Oh, mate, I can't answer that. I'd need a whole show to do that. I'm not updating the aggregate scores, so shut up. Let's start off second half here. They did it last week. It's bad sportsmanship from PSG. Same time. Come on. I get the same thing again. I'm getting irritated by PSG. That's what I'm getting irritated by, because this game should have started 2 minutes ago, and exactly the same thing happened last week. I mean, how's that going to change anything in the game? Let's purposely keep them on the pitch waiting a little bit. I mean, it's not going to really make any difference, is it? Because in 2 minutes, they'll have forgotten about it. Joshua Boutwell says, Mark, why do you love football? What is it that made you fall and stay in love with the game? I don't know, Joshua. I think that's a really good question. I don't really know what it is. There is a timer. It's underneath me. Why does anybody fall in love with football? I mean, I think you can like football and you can be obsessed with it. And I think I've always been quite obsessed with football. Like I said before, when I used to go to school, all those many years ago, I would spend my lessons competing with people. It'd be science. I didn't do any science. It would be having a competition with somebody to name squad players for Everton. Oh, Boateng's down here. I'm not changing the aggregate scores because they're not changeable. It's a preset overlay. I can't change it. I'm not the graphic designer, so it won't be changing. So stop obsessing about it because it can't be changed. You're wasting your fingers. Go and use them for something else. No, I'm not going to say that. That's rude. Come on then, let's see what this second hard's got to do. Could you give a shout out to my head teacher, Mrs. Ainsworth? And I'm not doing that, Zach McNeil. You'll get suspended. Here's Bayern with Sane. Into the box. Cross comes in. Oh, again. Edge of the box, Alaba. Just wide. Tell you what, Bayern there were a little bit sloppy. That cross comes in and I think someone should be getting on the end of that. But it goes wide for a goal kick. Bit of a let-off there for PSG. Sha la 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 la. Here's PSG on the break with Neymar. I'll be absolutely stunned if PSG don't score in this game. Who goes through if it ends 3-3? PSG, because they've got 3 away goals. Corner to PSG here. I don't know why that's... I don't know why I'm pretending I'm doing sit-ups here when it's actually my feet that are pushing me up. Good play here by Mbappe. Headed away, cleared away. Still with PSG. Little dink. Neymar over the bar. Half a chance. He was onside. Half a chance there. Still 0-0 Chelsea Porto. Mark, do you think Man City can beat PSG or Bayern, says Tempo? It's hard to say. It's hard to say because first leg I thought Bayern were brilliant. Second leg I think PSG have been good. So it depends which team turns up. And obviously, I think Bayern would be a better team with Lewandowski. I don't know when Gnabry's back as well. I mean, they're two big players. I mean, who are PSG missing really? Icardi and Verratti, but are they really? You know, they've got. I think Lewandowski and Gnabry make them stronger. Imagine McTominay in this PSG team; they'd be unstoppable, says Mark Dobby. If they want to buy him, go and buy him. Mark, I know it was a couple of days ago, but did you see that you made it on the Leeds TikTok after the City game? I did, Braden. Yeah, I mean, it's not my dream to be on the Leeds TikTok. I'd rather be on United, but at least they appreciate talent. Corner comes in, and he's given a foul against Bayern. Can Chelsea win the Champions League, says Bob Jar. Would Alaba still play centre mid at Madrid, says Andy Harris. I don't know where Alaba wants to play. I don't know what it is. Goldbridge TV is my Twitch. I think it's in the video description. It is. Give us a follow on Twitch. Links in the video description there. That was useful. Mark, what's a player everyone rates that you don't, says Robble. Oh, that's a good question, Robble. I admire your patience with pedantic people, says DBX. You get used to it. Thanks for the super chat there. What's one player that everybody admires that I don't? Oh, I don't know about that. I mean, I'd like to think that I'm quite cultured in my football opinion, so to dislike a player that everybody rates would be pretty difficult, really. And I don't definitively dislike anybody. I don't definitively dislike anybody for ages. I didn't really think Mason Mount or Declan Rice were that good a year ago, but having watched more of them, they are. I rate both of them now. So sometimes it can be just because you don't watch a lot of them. Hi Mark, would you like to see Verratti for Man United? Him and Pogba and Bruno would be such a good midfield. I would, Ados, but again, his agent is Raiola, isn't it? So you know. Riola's just a pain in the arse to deal with. I'm not saying he's the worst agent in the world, but he's so vocal, it just makes it unpleasant. Porto manager's not very happy here, but it's still 0-0. He's given a yellow card for a foul on Neymar here. Alaba. I mean, it's hardly a yellow card, that. Really hardly a yellow card. I mean, I only saw it in slow-mo, but it doesn't look like much of a yellow card, that. Ref's been a bit shit. I mean, this game... I suppose if PSG score, Bayern have got to score too, so it's sort of hard for Bayern. Oh, lovely play. I mean, Neymar's been fantastic tonight. He has. There's no two ways about it. He's been absolutely fantastic. Di Maria. Oh my God! How do they not score there? Di Maria skips past his man on the back post. Leaves Alphonso Davies, cuts it back across the face of the goal. Literally a metre across the face of the goal, and Neymar can't get it. How have PSG not scored here? Not just even on that chance, but on the whole chance. On the whole game. The clearance was good. Boateng with the flick, but how did they not score there? You've got to say they do deserve a goal. They do deserve a goal, but they haven't got one. PSG have started the second half fantastically well again. Still 0-0 Chelsea Porto. Lovely play by Di Maria, cuts it across the face, and really that should be 1-1. Really should be 1-1. Neymar's been magnificent, and it's a corner to PSG. And they've gone for something a little bit different here. It comes to Mbappe, to Di Maria, who tries some ridiculous shot edge of the box. Neymar is so good. He's been brilliant tonight, Homer. Send the regards to Marge. Oh, come on, ref. Come on then. Yellow card. Straight through the back of Kingsley there from Dagbar. Easy yellow card, that. Akshat says if PSG score, then Bayern have to score 3. They need to score 2 to get to 3, yeah. Having said that, Neymar's been absolutely fantastic. But you know what? If they go out, you would say Neymar should have put them through. He should have scored. He should have scored by now. But there's plenty of time left. He certainly doesn't deserve to be on the losing team at the moment, but he is. Di Maria, what are you doing? Wasting time again. Favourite Disney Pixar film, says Homer. I would have to know. I'd have to have some choices there. I don't really pay attention to know what's Pixar and not. I didn't watch The Bill back in the day, Mike, you know. The theme tune was a bit shit as well, wasn't it? No, I never used to watch The Bill. Fucking no. I'd be straight off. Oh, so some of Bayern's passing has been absolutely terrible, you know. Really bad. They've never really got going, Bayern, tonight. Lovely play by Sane. Skips past his man. Diallo. Toy Story or Cars, says Homer. I don't think I've ever watched Cars. Toy Story I've seen. Was alright. Hey Mark, how do you feel that Christian Pulisic is the best player in the Premier League? Well, he's not. He's not even the best player at Chelsea. Jacob. That's a terrible cross as well. Bayern again. I mean, PSG have been the better team tonight. Pure and simple as that. Half a chance here for Chelsea and Mason Mount. But it's not in. Lovely play by Pulisic. Out wide to Mason Mount. Gets his shot off and blocked by the defender. PSG definitely playing for time in this game. Askren versus Jake Paul. Watch along 17th of April, 11 p.m. says Jay. I think it's about 3 a.m. to be honest with you. Yeah, PSG player down, injured here. They're playing for time. Although I think he's coming off. Yeah, he's coming off. To be fair, he's not playing for time. He's coming off. The name Hans Flick just sounds like the main villain that would be in the 4th Dark Knight movie, says Paul Not Nice. Oh, I'd love it if there was a 4th Dark Knight movie. There never will be, but they wrapped it up well. It was a good trilogy. I never watched On the Buses either, Ewan. No, I'm not that old. I'm not that old. Yeah, it's on at like 3 a.m. on Sunday morning, the Jake Paul fight. Ian Barron, you can do a Babe Station watch along on your own, thanks. I don't want any pictures or any involvement in that at all. I think Bayern have been disappointing in this tie. I really do. Brilliant in the first leg, dodgy in the second leg. Gavin Blake, Seb likes Simon. My kids watched The Lion Guard, which was alright. Yeah, Simon he watches. Here comes Simon, and Simon's got a little brother rabbit called Gastard, and I'd actually rechristen the little sod, and I'd get rid of the G, and I'd put a B there instead. Neymar's doing a bit of a Werner tonight. Well, I still think he's the best player on the pitch, despite not scoring. Thanks for the super chat, Sunday. And thanks to everyone who's been tuning in. Bloody hell, 14,000. Remember, we're back tomorrow night as well. It's probably 2 better games to keep an eye on. We've not really kept an eye on Chelsea-Porto because at 0-0, it's not really that interesting. But it will be more interesting tomorrow night, I think. in a double game thing. If United had signed Shearer in '96, would it have been the best strike partnership ever? Fergie told Shearer if he signed Eric was still taking penalties, says Gavin Christie. Yeah, but United did. People always say that Shearer turns United down. Maybe he did, but I think United did pretty well without him. We still won a double that year. And we went on to win a treble a couple of years later. I haven't watched Train Spotting in ages, Joseph. I have been keeping an eye on the Chelsea game, but unless there's a goal from Porto, I mean, it's really not a game to keep your attention on at the moment. I know we talk about this every time we see them play, but we need Kimpembe, Mark. What would you value him at, says Callum Turner. Well, we won't get him, mate. We won't get him. And I'd say his value, without knowing what his contract is, I'd say his value is probably the same as probably about 50, 60 million, isn't he? I don't think Camavinga will end up at the United Chib. To be honest, I think the first 15 minutes of this second half has been a bit drab. Chelsea are the dark horses, says Homer. I said that. I mean, they've been a bit... I think if you're a Chelsea fan, you're probably a little bit, been a bit poor, but I expect a similar game from United on Thursday. The game is, the tie is won. You've got 2 away goals. The main thing is to keep your clean sheet. You haven't got to go all out for it, have you? So Chelsea are just managing that game quite comfortably at the moment. Mark, the game is a blueprint of modern day football. I wonder how far my team Arsenal is. We're clearly not in it. Sad. There we go. Bayern again giving the ball away. They've just not been as good on the ball as PSG have been, and yet they are leading 1-0. Here's Sane. Don't really have much on the bench, Bayern either, do they? What a ball! What a save by Navas. This just shows how much Leicester pulled our pants down if Kimpembe is less than Maguire, says Callum Turner. And that's not even going to be a corner, that's a goal kick. It was a lovely ball by Sane into Muller, who's been quite quiet tonight. What's your favourite character in Grand Theft Auto? Probably Michael. Yeah, it is Michael Neil Lockwood, yeah. Tempo says, when do you think Bayern's big downfall will come? Domestically, probably never. They are well set up to dominate German football forever, really. They hoover up all the good talent, don't they? European-wise, look, you can't take anything for granted. I mean, Real Madrid winning 3 Champions Leagues in a row was just unbelievable. It's very difficult to dominate. And it's a foul there. It's very difficult to dominate European football because you're dominating your own league and then you're dominating European football, and you've got no control over European football. You know, you might be the best team in Germany, but that doesn't mean you're going to be the best team in Spain or England or France. So, I don't think Bayern Munich are going to win 3 Champions Leagues in a row. I think it's very difficult to do that. Neuer or Kahn, says Ados. I mean, I'd say Kahn, but maybe sometimes I always go for the older player. I mean, he was just very big personality, wasn't he? Did you see Fred's side-to-side comment on United's YouTube? Says Anaf. No. Let us know what he said. Yeah, I was literally talking about Real doing it, Amith. I actually said Real did it, but I don't see Bayern Munich winning 3 Champions Leagues in a row. Why don't you rate Dybala? Says Malia. I do like Dybala. I do rate Dybala. I just don't think I wouldn't want him at Manchester United. I think he's a luxury player. And I think that, look at the flicks here from Di Maria and Neymar. I mean, I'm not too sure that that's the way to go in a game that you could get knocked out of. But, whatever floats your boat. I like Dybala, but he's not even always a starter for Juventus. I think he's inconsistent. And that's not what United need. United need consistency. So I always ask the question, do you think Pep Guardiola would want Dybala? Do you think Jurgen Klopp would want Dybala? And I don't think they would. So that's why I really don't want him at United. I think United need to be buying players that make Man City sit up and think, oh, that's a good player. What do you think of Draxler? Been a bit quiet tonight. Shoe up. "25 minutes to go. This game's going to get... Well, if it stays like this, then PSG are through." I think Razor Snail puts it right. Dybala's a good player, but he's a bit too inconsistent. And Don't Even Cry says, "What do you mean he's playing well?" I mean, mate, these are the sort of comments that I can't get on board with, because he's been playing well. I'm talking about the last 4 years. I'm talking about inconsistent. I don't base it on 10 games. Dybala I've been talking about for a long, long time. I wouldn't take him at United because I think he's a bit inconsistent. And also, he's coming into a league that he's never played in before. And I don't think he wants to come to United as well. Well, he doesn't want to come to United either. So if he comes to United, he's only coming for the money, because he had a chance to come to the Premier League and decided to price himself out of a move, didn't he? It's like somebody said to me the other day, I was on about Ousmane Dembele, and I said, I don't want Ousmane Dembele at United because he's massively injury prone and his hamstrings are dodgy. Well, he's played loads of games this year, literally had a hamstring injury in December. Like, I know he's played well, and I know Ousmane Dembele is a fantastic player, but again, it's Man United or Arsenal are trying to close gaps. You don't close gaps by buying players that are risky. You try and buy the best you can buy. And funnily enough, that's why Man City and Liverpool have been successful, because their recruitment's been very, very good. "25 minutes to go. Still 0-0 Chelsea-Porto. Still 1-0 Bayern Munich here. Yellow card for Muller there, a bit late on Paredes. He knew he was late. I don't think you... Again, it's another prime example of overacting. He doesn't actually touch the player. Joke. It is a joke, isn't it? When you watch that in slow motion, he doesn't actually catch Paredes and he goes down like he's been shot. "Who looks like winning?" says Cameron. This has not been as good as the first leg. Referees sort of lost control of this game as well. Lovely play by Sane and past Neymar, but it's Mbappe who runs and he'll keep that in as well. No, he won't. That's a corner. Dybala is Tottenham, then Everton written all over him, says AS. It's funny because Tottenham tried to buy him, didn't he? Yeah, I think Bayern have just not been very good in this game. They've got 20 minutes to score. If PSG score, they're through now. You wouldn't fancy Bayern to get two. It's just not been that sort of a game from Bayern. I think PSG have played well. You can say PSG are going to bottle it, but I think PSG have played well. I think tactically they've set up really, really well. They've just been a little bit unlucky. Here's Koeman. What's he doing? Why didn't he shoot? A bit like Man City there. Here's Di Maria. Di Maria's definitely got the better of Alphonso Davies in this game. Pogba or Wijnaldum, love your videos. Oh, come on, I think Wijnaldum's a good player for Liverpool, but Pogba, come on. Paul Pogba is a fantastic player. Consistency sometimes missing. But yeah, I agree. I think PSG have defended really well. Danilo playing at centre-back today in the absence of Marquinhos. I think PSG have defended really, really well. And Bayern just don't look at it. I don't know what it is with Bayern. They just don't look at it today. When will Spurs win a trophy, Mark? Says Harrison. Well, you might win one in a couple of weeks. Carabao Cup. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We're very close to 15,000 watching, which is fantastic. So thanks everyone who's tuned in again tonight. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. And we are going to be live tomorrow, of course, for the Real Madrid, Liverpool and Dortmund Man City games. Also, on Saturday, the FA Cup semi-final, Chelsea Man City will be doing that as well. So subscribe, bottom right hand corner, get involved. Everyone's welcome on here. It's not club specific. Alphonso Davies comes off and Jamal Musiala comes on. A lot of people quite rate this lad. Mark, where can we do player ratings? Because all these Bayern players are getting 5s. Yellow bathing suit. I don't do player ratings on this channel. That's a United stand ting. So Jamal Musiala comes on. Now, is this the lad that could have played for England? Was he not brought up in England? But he chose to play for Germany, didn't he? Wow, 20 minutes to go. It's going to be very interesting. Chelsea are... I don't want to jinx Chelsea because I'll get into trouble with Chelsea fans, but you look home and hosed. It's still 0-0, 20 minutes to go. Porto need 2 goals. I think Chelsea should be fine. Having said that, Porto score with 10 minutes to go. You still... But then again, Porto are only going to get extra time, aren't they? So... Another foul on Neymar there. Very, very frustrating stop-start game. Do you think Pep will go to PSG? ARM Square. Oh, I don't know why I'd want to. Bigger threat to Man City, Bayern or PSG, says Jacob Michael. Draxler's coming off and Moise Keane's coming on. I mean, that's a great question. Who is the bigger threat to Man City if they get through? PSG or Bayern Munich? I think it's so hard because... Last week, I would have said it was Bayern Munich. This week, I'd say it's PSG. Bayern Munich have been terrible in this game. Imagine if Bayern Munich played like this against City. I think City would destroy them. But then again, I think if PSG played like they did against City this week, I think they'd give them a good game. And if they played like they did last week against City, I think they could hit them on the break. So maybe PSG are the better threat. I don't know. Of course, Bayern would have Lewandowski and... If PSG didn't have Di Maria playing, I probably wouldn't have much of a problem with PSG winning the whole thing. But I just find him such an annoying shit, really. Very good footballer, I just don't like him. Yeah, but Bayern would have Lewandowski. I don't know whether they'd have Gnabry. I don't know how long Gnabry's out. Goretzka's out as well. When healthy, it's Bayern, says Jonathan. Thoughts on Moise Keane? Well, see, again, Bayern caught in possession. They've been so indecisive, whereas last week they were just not like that. He's given another foul here. Draxler's walking off there. Still 0-0 there. Chelsea, Porto. Ollie should take a lesson about how to sub from these managers. Hashtag give Ollie till May, says John O'Neill. 15 minutes to go. Second half's not really got going here. Bayern are going to have to go for it in a minute, which are, you know, you can see it. You can't see it finishing 1-0. It'll probably finish 1-0. It's been a bit of a... They've both been quite boring second halves, Eldon, but you persevere with it because you're like, what's going to happen? It's a shame the game's never really got going as well. The flow of the game's been really poor because both sets of teams have realised that going to ground, you've got a 90% chance of getting a free kick off this referee. He's just not... He could have made a decision and said... And sometimes I think as a referee you've got to make that decision that even though it looks like it probably is a foul, I'm going to let it go for the sake of the game. And he just hasn't done that. And it's been for both sides as well. He's not let it go. There's Kingsley Coman on the right hand side. Does well. But final ball not good. Nice little threaded ball out there to Neymar. And that's a foul by Neymar for once. Tofflin says, how has PSG not scored? Yeah, I mean, I think that's the only thing I would say about this game. It would be harsh on PSG to go out, I think, because this game shouldn't be 1-0 to Bayern. But then again, last week, I think Bayern could have won. So, Mark, you can have Aubameyang. Zane says, Mark, you can have Aubameyang as you said you want more than Messi. We are getting the striker from Celtic. Aubameyang will be a Sanchez part 2 for you. We won't have Aubameyang, thanks, Zane. You ain't going to leave Arsenal now. You've given him all that money. I think FIFA's back on Thursday, Galaxia, because I'm doing another watch-along tomorrow and it's a big FIFA stream, so I want it to have its own day, which will probably be Thursday because it's FA Cup final day. So FIFA will be back on Thursday. What are we thinking then, everybody? Is there going to be a goal in the second half for Bayern? No Grand Theft Auto tonight. It's back tomorrow night. Everyone says there's going to be a goal. Thing is, who to? Nice ball into Moise Kean there. Bit of space for PSG, which they should get more and more of. And he's a... Okay, now. Do I rate Moise Kean? No. Is the kind word. He's just ballooned it. I mean, he looked all right at Juventus. I actually thought he might do quite well. It's a terrible shot. There's no technique there at all. Absolutely crap. I thought he might have bobbled up. It's just a crap shot. I mean, how do you sky a ball like that from there? There's just zero technique in the way he's hit it. Mbappe goal on the break, says Darren G. Porto have got a corner here. And it's gone wide for another corner. Good tackle that. Great tackle. It's got to be offside. Mbappe's got to be offside. He scores. It's over. He's miles off. I was going to say he's got to be offside. I mean, the referee's played it on this time. Mbappe scores, but I couldn't. I know he's fast, but I couldn't see how he could be onside. Oh, he might be. You know. I think he's going to be. I think he's on. The angle there, he looks onside. I think he's on. Oh no, it was off. And maybe the angle of the TV. I was just looking at the Bayern player. He looked like he was on. He looked like he was on, but he's off. He's off. Look at Bayern's passing has been absolutely shit. It really. Here will be in here. Here we go. He ain't going to catch Mbappe, surely. Oh, he has. Well defended there, Hernandez. It's starting to open up a bit for PSG on the break. Bayern have just been absolutely terrible. If PSG go out, they'll be kicking themselves because Bayern have been awful. Awful. Another shit pass there. Thiago Silva's down injured for Chelsea here at the moment, but Bayern have been really poor. Here's Kimmich. 10 minutes to go. Do you reckon Chelsea will score? Got an acca on, says H. I don't think Chelsea will try to score H. This ref's crap. McFred better than Kimmich, as Ibrahim. I like Kimmich, but it's just they've never found any rhythm tonight, Bayern Munich. You've got to give PSG a lot of credit for that. They've pressed and harried them, but Chelsea Porto a bit of a boring game. Yeah, I mean, look, if I was a Chelsea fan, I wouldn't be worried. You've game managed it, and I think United will probably do quite a similar thing against Granada, or try to do quite a similar thing. How the fuck is that a foul? How is that a foul? There's literally no Bayern Munich player touches the goalkeeper. And he gives a foul. Paradis barges Navas. And he gives a foul. There's no Bayern Munich player near him. Navas comes out to get the ball and Paradis piles into him. And the ref gives a foul. This ref has been absolutely shite. I don't care whether he's managed the Champions League final or not. He's been awful. The offside against bloody Mbappe in the first half, which was the linesman as well. Awful. Apparently this guy reffed the Champions League final. Bloody useless. 10 minutes to go. Man City for quad if they beat Liverpool in the final. Who you want to win? Liverpool, Lee. I'd never normally want... I think it'd be the first time in my life. What a tackle. Boateng. Bayern wide to Sane. He's got him on toast here if he wants him. He has. Oh, and he puts it wide. It's one of those shot crosses that's got not enough power to go in the goal, but not enough accuracy to find a cross, and it goes for a goal kick. It's a good cross by Sane, but there's nobody. That's when you want Lewandowski. There's no Bayern player anywhere near it. Here's Moise Kean again. Plays it into Di Maria. Good touch. Di Maria blocked. Neymar's offside. And Neuer saves it anyway. For God, 15,000 watching. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Please subscribe. We're back again tomorrow night with the 2 Champions League watch-alongs as well. Not as enjoyable tonight as it was last week, to be fair. A 0-0 and a 0-1, and it's just not lived up to the... But I suppose PSG were always going to do what they've done. Organised, hit on the break. But they should have scored. PSG should have scored a few goals, let's be honest with you. Here's Sane into Kimmich. PSG with everybody back. I just don't think I don't think Bayern have moved the ball as well as they did in the last game. Oh, and Bayern just can't get the touch on the ball. Muller. Kingsley Coman. And he wins a corner. About 10 minutes left if you add in stoppage time. Another corner here. Still 0-0 Chelsea-Porto. Chelsea home and hosed, I think, now. 5 minutes to go. Porto need to score 2. You wouldn't expect that to happen. Cross comes in. Edge of the box. Oh, Boateng's not going to get on the end of that. He can't get on the end of that. Go on then. Cross comes in. It's a good cross. No, Navas has got that. They're running out of time, everybody. Bayern Munich are running out of time. The holders are running out of time here. Bayern are going out, says Meme. And would you take Zidane, Mark? Martinez subs as a striker. That's hilarious. And come on, Bayern, says Stephen Matthew. I'm not doing Grand Theft Auto tonight for the millionth time, Dylan. I'm not doing it tonight. I'm doing it tomorrow night. I think I was going to do a pinned tweet in future and telling you whether I'm doing Grand Theft Auto or not. I'm not doing it tonight. Would you take Poch still? I mean, that's irrelevant, isn't it? I mean, we're second in the league with Ollie. I think he's got to be given next season. I wouldn't know. So no, I wouldn't. Cross comes in, headed away, comes back to the far post. Alaba into Kingsley Coman. 5 minutes to go. Little dink. Oh, what a bit of defending. Bang. Why did he place it? Who placed it? Muller. Offside anyway. Offside. Again, I think, you know, Bayern Munich are just not Bayern Munich in the final third tonight. Or last week. Commentator says Bayern have played extremely well over both games, says Geordie. I don't think they've played well tonight. I just don't think they've got going as much as they did in the last one. But thanks, Paolo. Just hit it with power, Zach, says about Muller. Well, Pochettino against Pep would be interesting, wouldn't it? Navas off his line there. The battle of the oil. Here's Mbappe. Oh no, he's pulled it back for a foul on Hernandez. By Neymar. About 5 minutes to go. Still 0-0. Porto, Chelsea. Chelsea are through. Semi-finals for Chelsea. Eclipse says Bayern, please, please. It's going to take something special now for Bayern. Cross comes in. Cleared away by PSG again. Here's Kimmich. Got the goal's the winner now. I mean, you'd say that with 3 minutes to go anyway, but there's not going to be enough time for... Well, if PSG nick a goal, it's over. If Bayern get a goal, then would there be enough time for PSG? And again, another bad pass by Bayern Munich. Sane let it go. Pavard thought Sane was going to control it, and it goes out for a throw-in. And now there's a substitution, and the clock goes down. The clock goes down. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. I think we might have hit 355,000, but if you haven't subscribed, bottom right-hand corner, everyone's welcome on this channel. Let's have a look what we're doing. 355,000. Thanks, everyone. And we will be back tomorrow night, of course. Di Maria comes off for Ander Herrera. I think we'll see better games tomorrow because I think Dortmund are a more... Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, I don't know. How do Man City approach that game tomorrow? 2-1 away from home. They've got to... Will they go defensive? It's not really Pep's style, so I think that'll be a good game. And Liverpool have got to go for it against Madrid. So I think the games tomorrow will be better. But the holders going out here, they've got 2 minutes of normal time. And... It's a decent long ball actually there. Muller, wide, lovely ball. Cross comes in. Kingsley Coman. Oh, Muller again. He's had a shit game, Muller, hasn't he? Really has. Look Look at the pace of Mbappe here. He's just got to square it to Neymar. This should be Neymar's moment. Neuer's out though. Oh, Neymar didn't fancy that. But PSG on the break then. They could have killed it off. But again, it just comes from poor control in the box from Muller. Of all the players for Bayern, you would have thought you'd have fancied him today. But that speed from Mbappe says don't even try. Unbelievable over that short distance. But the time is ticking down. We're nearly at 90 minutes and you don't normally get much time in the Champions League. Imagine if the ref put 6 minutes on. Not a big fan of the way PSG kill games, but if it's your team, you're going to love it. Very, some really bad sportsmanship, but Ander Herrera's going to get booked for that. Chucking fouls about. I wish he was still at United. Four minutes he's added on. PSG, they've been out in the Champions League before late on. Sane with the cross, not such a great one. That'll go for a goal kick. Poch's first trophy is loading, says Mike. I think it'll be a very interesting game between PSG and Man City, assuming Man City get through. I think PSG Man City would be a very interesting game. If you'd said to me last week, I'd have thought Bayern would have won this game and they'd be the better option to play Manchester City. But I think PSG, the way they've played tonight, I mean, who's going to stop Man City? I really thought Bayern would be the team to do it, but Man City, for me, are favourites to win the Champions League now. But PSG have played well without scoring. And Neymar's through here. I don't know how he's got through. Still Neymar, good tackle. That'll go for a corner, but there's not a lot of time left here. I don't think Bayern are going to get up the other end, and I don't think PSG are going to be in much of a rush to take this corner. You can pretty much guarantee they'll take a short one, but Neymar in a fantastic run again. How do you be man of the match with having missed four or four chances to score? You do it like this. He's been very good tonight. And they do go for the short corner. Bayern, even when they've won it, they've won the ball back twice there, Bayern, and then they've lost the ball. And then they've lost it again. 3 times they won it back, and then they give the ball back to PSG. Their passing's been awful tonight. It really has. 2 minutes to go. PSG are going to go for the corners here, surely. Ander Herrera. And that's a goal kick. 16,000 watching. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We will be live tomorrow night as well. Real Madrid, Liverpool, Dortmund, Borussia Dortmund, Manchester City. He's got to swing that far over there. That's not going to be good enough, I don't think. Oh, it is. Sane's into the box. He stands it up. Oh, what is he doing there, Sane? What is he doing there? He's got it on the far hand side. He's got loads of space. And he puts some weird cross in straight to Keylor Navas. What an idiot. What? He's got people on the edge of the box. Some of the decision making from Sane tonight, when you think about it in the first half, when he could have played Muller in and he went for some stupid shot. Porto have scored, by the way. It's a good goal. Tekers. Overhead kick. What a goal that is for Porto. 1-0. Porto. Probably an element of luck to it. I don't know how long's left. Only a minute left here. PSG going through. Porto. Literally 10 seconds left in that game. If it's a long one, he wants a penalty. He got no chance. That's the ultimate in diving from the Porto striker there. Bayern maybe one last attack. They're nearly out of time. Neuer hits a long ball. There's no way they're going to win that, Bayern. And PSG have got this game now. They'll go for the corner. It's going to be game over. They lost the final last year to Bayern. They'll be knocking out the holders here. Here's Neymar. Good tackle. But the clock's gone. And he blows it up. And PSG knock Bayern Munich out of the tournament. Neymar very happy. Man of the match, Neymar. Bayern Munich, not good enough. Not good enough for Bayern Munich. PSG deserve to win. PSG deserve to win, definitely. On the second leg, they deserve to win. Chelsea through as well. So Chelsea and PSG both lose, but their first leg performances get them through. Chelsea lose 1-0. PSG lose 1-0. Both teams go through to the semi-finals. Chelsea will play the winner of Liverpool-Real Madrid tomorrow night. And PSG will play the winner of Dortmund-Man City tomorrow night. Very, very, very impressed by PSG, the way Pochettino set them up. They should have won the game. They should have won the game. I don't think Bayern can feel hard done by. Thoroughly deserved victory by PSG tonight. Absolutely spot on. Neymar man of the match. PSG through. Thoroughly deserved. Didn't deserve to lose the game. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, look, we will forget about Bayern Munich because they're German. And I don't watch German football, but I don't know with Bayern Munich. I really don't know what the story was with them. But Pochettino, look, good coach. Good coach. And I think that they, first leg, they rode their luck a little bit. Second leg, better side. Interesting game against Man City. I think Man City are now the favourites. I'm a little bit worried about that. I think Man City are the favourites now. Sane, yeah. A lot of Bayern Munich players didn't turn up. But I've got to be honest, PSG deserved to win that game. They did deserve to win it. We're back again tomorrow night. It is revenge for PSG. We are back again tomorrow night. We've got, as Sean Dyche once said, the main statistic you've got to get right is the scoreline. Congratulations to PSG and Chelsea, says Alpha Gaming. Yep, big shout out to Chelsea. I mean, from what I can see, Porto were a bunch of cheats as well. There's a bit of kicking off going on. Rudiger's involved again, as per. But Chelsea, walk away, mate. You're through. Don't get involved in little petty squabbles. You're out. That's all I used to do when if I final whistle and people want to get in a fight, I'd go bye. See you next year. See you later. No wonder people used to want to knock me out. I'd say see you later next year. Enjoy your summer because you're out. But Bayern Munich were poor. They were poor. PSG deserved to go through. Tomorrow night. Real Madrid visit Anfield 3-1 up. Tomorrow night, Man City visit Dortmund 2-1 up. Which way will it go? We'll find out. And after tomorrow night's show, we'll be playing a bit of Grand Theft Auto, but not tonight. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll speak to you all in a bit. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe and I'll speak to you tomorrow. Have a good evening and take care and stay safe. Thanks for watching.